Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I wanted to tell you something funny. I went over to Tom. You know, it's day 4 of my detox from Tom Hartman, but I went by very quickly. I think I was just there for a minute, and then I left the room for something and came back. Some caller was calling in about something, but I happened to notice right as I was fixing to leave, Jordan, my dear sweet Jordan, you're probably familiar with him as he comments below, he said, "Lisa, quit lurking." And so I did. I left. I went over to the Humanist Report. But I wanted to tell you about the word lurking. You know, my friend in Houston and I, her name was Judy Thornton. Oh, I'd love to get in touch with her again. But we used to totally lurk. I think now it's called stalking, frankly. Like, let me tell you a story from my Houston past. This is so ridiculous. I can't even believe it, but I will tell you, of course. I'm nothing if not honest. I'm on a little lunch break without lunch. I already had the lunch. Okay. This really is, I think, stalking. But back in the day, we called it lurking in the midst. That's what we'd say. And I had this long-term boyfriend in Houston named BG. We were together 5 years. And we broke up at one point, but we still, like, were in love and all this stuff and would get together on occasion for a friendly poke, I guess you'd say. Oh, my God. Hide the children, lock grandma in the closet. And, okay, so I was, you know, a jealous person back then and didn't want BG to have any fun, even though I'm the one that got the other boyfriend. I'm the one who broke up the relationship because I met some goofball. So, at any rate, I was dying to know if BG, like, had found another woman and stuff. And so, I think it was my friend Mindy and I would go out past his apartment complex and look, and we noticed he wasn't home, and oh my God, what if he spent the night with another woman? He has to have another woman. I was convinced he had another woman, and it was really none of my business, clearly. But the thing is, we thought, we'll get to the bottom of this. It was almost July 4th. Actually, my father had died, I think. Yeah, and BG called, like, Dad died very suddenly, and we came up here, and that would have been June 10th, and I was here for a couple weeks. And BG called, you know, while I was here and talked to Mom and stuff. And she's like, oh, I knew you'd call him. I mean, he was real close to the family. We were together 5 years. So then I went back to Houston. And July 4th was approaching. And this is when I decided to spy on BG. I don't know what was happening. But I told my friend Mindy, I'm like, I'm convinced he has a girlfriend. But I think that the way that we can find out if he has a girlfriend is, if he does, he will definitely have plans with her on July 4th. Because I knew how he flew. And so why don't you invite him to a party that, of course, you're not really having, because I know he's going to be with this other woman. Mindy calls him up, invites him to a party, and he says, sure, I'd love to come. So, in other words, he didn't have this other woman. I did find out that he had, like, slept at the office a couple that night that we were lurking. Oh, my God, I confess my lurking. I do it all the time. I don't lurk all the time now. I confess when I do. Pardon me. So, all of a sudden, my girlfriend Mindy, who I loved, oh, she was so fun. Her family was very Republican, and, like, she came from money. And her grandparents, like, bought everybody a car of their choice when they reached a certain age. She got a probe, one of those Ford probes. Don't know why I'm going off on this, but she was down to earth and fun. Although she carried this purse that cost $600. And my roommate, Joe Buckley, who killed himself years later, could not get over the fact that she had one of those Louis Vuitton purses. He's like, your purse costs more than our rent. He couldn't get over it. They ended up to be madly in love for a while, too. It was like a Lady and the Tramp kind of love story. Oh, my God, here I go again. Oh, I'm fixing to have a hot flash now. Okay, so she had to plan this entire party very quickly to accommodate Beej, because he was supposedly, oh, last minute thought, let me invite BG to a party we didn't think we were going to have. So we had the party, and BG and I got along swimmingly and had total fun, and it was almost like we were back together. So anyhow, that is the story, how we ended up having to throw an impromptu 4th of July party because of our damn lurking. And then my friend Judy, who, we used to lurk to the max. She was in love with Joe Buckley, and Joe Buckley had a date one night. We followed him to the... I have this all on tape, too. Not this kind of tape, but... because this was in the late 80s and stuff. Oh, my hair is really going to fall out of this formation, but, I had it on the cassette tape. Like, we're lurking in the midst, and Joe had a date, and so, I don't know, it was this sleazy girl that he was going out with, worked at some bar or something, and we wanted to see what she looked like, and I wasn't in shoes, and Judy was in shoes and socks, and I remember this part of the tape very vividly where I said, I have a total idea, Jude. give me one of your shoes. And that's just how I said it. I was going to wear one shoe and one sock in there, and she was going to do the same. Whatever. Meanwhile, Joe Buckley came out of the bar with the woman. He's all giddy and skipping along and opening the door for him. And they went, I don't know, to his place. And we stole toilet paper out of his vehicle, and he was very upset because, you know, we stole toilet paper. We stole a bottle of wine that he had sat outside or something. I don't know, maybe from his vehicle, and he went to get it later to be romantic with his date. And it wasn't there because we stole it. Oh my God, those were the days, my friend. I don't know how I got onto this, but once again, a memory of lurking in the midst. Love you. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has been launching, while coming at you with stories of my past. Please remember to join with me and drop your political identity so that we can join together, focus on issues in order to make this world a better place one day at a time. Sweet Jesus.